In a small, forgotten hospital, there's a freezer that makes no sense. It stays locked at all times until the dead come calling. Every whisper, every sound near it sends shivers down the spine. What dark, twisted secret lies hidden inside this freezer, waiting for the dead to demand its opening? This isn't just another ghost story. This freezer has confused investigators, scared the locals, and inspired countless tales of the supernatural. Why does it open only in the strangest and most terrifying moments? Could it be a cursed object, a strange scientific anomaly, or something far more sinister? Today, we'll uncover the chilling truth behind this freezer and the mysteries that keep it locked until the dead come calling. Deep in the heart of a forgotten town lies an abandoned hospital. Its hallways are dark and quiet, filled with shadows that seem to move when you're not looking. The walls are cracked, and the air feels cold and lifeless, as if the building itself is holding its breath. Inside the morgue of this desolate hospital sits an old freezer. Once used to store the bodies of the deceased, it now lies cold and empty, almost as if it has its own mind. Over the years, strange stories have surrounded this freezer. Witnesses claim that on certain nights, they hear ghostly whispers and see flickering lights near the morgue. And then, without warning, the freezer opens, on its own. No logical reason can explain this. Could it be the spirits trapped in this place? Or is there something far darker at play? But why? What keeps this freezer locked, unless death itself intervenes? This hospital was built in the 1950s, a place that was meant to bring healing, but instead became a place of mystery and fear. Over the years, the hospital gained a reputation for mysterious deaths and countless botched surgeries that left many questioning the safety of the facility. The freezer in the morgue was at the center of a horrifying scandal. It was said to have stored the bodies of patients who had died under strange and questionable circumstances. The whispers in the town spoke of a doctor who had been accused of conducting unethical experiments. Some believe these experiments are the reason behind the freezer's curse and the strange occurrences surrounding it. These rumors paint a chilling picture of the hospital's dark past, suggesting that the freezer wasn't just a place to store bodies. It may have been connected to something far more sinister. Over the years, countless eerie stories have come from people who have spent time near this hospital and its freezer. Night guards have reported hearing unexplainable screams coming from the morgue during the dead of night. Some have even seen dark, shadowy figures moving near the freezer, vanishing the moment they shine their flashlights in that direction. One of the most chilling accounts comes from a group of paranormal investigators. They were exploring the morgue when they suddenly heard a voice, a faint, whispery voice that seemed to come from nowhere. It said, "Help me." Moments later, the freezer reportedly opened on its own. No logical explanation could be found for what they experienced, leaving them with nothing but fear and unanswered questions. Ghost hunters have also captured strange video footage and audio recordings in the vicinity of this freezer. The images and sounds show unexplained movements and voices that no one can deny. These stories add to the terrifying mystery, leaving everyone wondering what is causing these events, and who or what is calling out for help. Many explanations have been proposed to make sense of the freezer's terrifying behavior. Skeptics suggest that the occurrences could be the result of faulty mechanisms or environmental changes, like shifts in pressure or temperature. They argue that natural causes might explain the freezer's mysterious opening. However, paranormal experts have a very different theory. They believe the freezer is no ordinary appliance. Some think it acts as a kind of portal, a gateway that allows spirits to pass through. This theory suggests that the freezer may have absorbed negative energy from the hospital's dark and tragic history, making it a hotspot for ghostly activity. But here's where things get even more shocking. Another theory suggests that the freezer reacts to electromagnetic signals. These signals could be triggered by the presence of spirits trying to communicate from the other side. Perhaps the freezer opens in response to these signals as the spirits attempt to reach out. Whether this is a result of science, the supernatural, or a combination of both, it leaves one terrifying question. Are the dead trying to contact us through this freezer? The investigation reached its most terrifying moment during a live paranormal exploration. A group of brave investigators set out to uncover the truth about the freezer and its eerie behavior. As they stood in the cold, dimly lit morgue, they felt their breaths quicken. The air was freezing, and every sound felt amplified. The creaking of old pipes, the sound of footsteps, and the faintest whisper. Then, without warning, the freezer began to rumble. The sound grew louder, and the investigators froze in fear as they watched the freezer slowly creak open. The cold spilled out was unbearable, freezing their skin and sinking into their bones. The smell of decay and rust hit them like a physical blow, a sharp metallic scent that clung to the air. Inside the freezer lay an object that sent them into pure panic, an old, blood-stained note. The note was yellowed with age and written in a shaky, almost frantic hand. As they carefully unfolded it, the words came into view, cryptic and terrifying. The translation revealed the chilling truth. It was a final cry for justice from one of the hospital's victims. The note detailed horrifying experiments, unexplained deaths, and a dark conspiracy within these walls. The words spoke of betrayal, suffering, and a final victim, one whose spirit may never find peace until the truth is revealed. As the investigators stared at the note, they could feel the presence of unseen eyes watching them, and the sense of dread became unbearable. The freezer had revealed a horrifying truth that had remained hidden for decades, a truth that left them shaken and questioning everything. The investigation left more questions than answers. Was this freezer just a malfunction, the result of faulty engineering, or is it truly haunted by the souls of the forgotten? The evidence gathered, from ghostly sightings to cryptic notes, only deepens the mystery. Despite decades of research and exploration, no one has been able to solve the enigma of this cold, sealed freezer. The chilling truth remains buried in its shadows, and its secrets continue to haunt the abandoned hospital. Every sound, every cold breeze near its door keeps the mystery alive. One thing is certain: the freezer's secrets are far from being fully uncovered. Would you dare to stand before it and wait for the dead to call? If this story gave you chills, wait until you hear about the morgue where bodies vanish overnight. Click here to uncover more spine-tingling mysteries.